So, I'm originally from the Caribbean. I came here about 18 years back because my husband was here and he was in the British forces, so he took me and my kids here. When 6 years ago, he decided to leave the army and he packed up and I actually went home from work and he had left. Yeah, so that was his second time moving out. And he left. I was still working, but I had to reduce my hours because that was like a big shock to my system. I had 3 small children at the time, which I had to be thinking of them as well as, I wasn't thinking of myself, just the kids. So I was going to work and nobody knew what was happening with me. I was just losing weight and they thought I was on, on a diet. Until I actually said, actually, this is what's happening. So he left for 2 years. And once he left the army, that means we would have to leave as well because we weren't entitled then to live in the army accommodation. And that happened then. It so happened that the council helped and I got a house in where I'm living now. And he came back just when I got the house because he was now being made redundant. So I took him back because I said I wanted to give my marriage the chance. And I did it as well for the kids. As I said, he was made redundant. And in the 8th month, he got the money and he didn't told me. I wasn't involved with the money any at all. He wouldn't let me be a part of planning what we're doing, nothing. So I confronted him about something that I saw, something that I heard. And he went boof, because that was like a trigger he was waiting on. So I came to work as normal and went home, went into the closet to get something and his section was empty. So he went. And I was asking the kids, where's your dad? And I said, oh, he left. And then he came back a week after and told me that he's bought a house and the kids can visit. For me, I think how I look at things is I can't allow myself to be broken. Because for me, I just look and said, you know what, I have to be strong for my kids. I have friends, really good friends that I can call and cry and cuss and and they let me do that. But in the end, you have to take your own, how do I put it, your own self and see what do I need to do. And during that time, I started my training. So I had a lot going on. So he left the February. I started my training the April. I did my driving the same year. And I was doing my maths exam the same year. What else was I? I was doing a lot. And I think I look back on it and I said, actually, everything works out in my favor because I was distracted by my course. So I didn't really have time to sit. I didn't have the time to sit and feel sorry for myself. I was sorting the kids out. I was getting stuff done. But while I'm doing all that, I was still hurting. I was still angry. For me, I like to keep things to myself and I like to work it out in my head. I need to put it in a box where I can deal with it because I have to analyze it. Even at work here, they always said, Marlene, you never ever complain. Like they never see me upset. And I said, I don't know, I'm not that type. I do get upset, I do. But I think I've come through the darkness. When it just started, the first time, I would never cry. You would never catch me cry. And then I remembered one night, I woke up in my sleep crying. Yeah, and I called my friend, she lives in Nottingham. And the only thing she said to me was, Marlene, I'm here. She didn't say another word, and I cried for 4 hours. That was the first time I cried. And it's like that was a cleansing for my soul, for everything. And since then, I haven't looked back. Not like you want to go out and tell everybody your business, but you have friends, you have colleagues who you can say, actually, this is happening. It gives you like a different perspective. But then coming to the conclusion that actually, I've done that. I could broke down. I could have just decided to go, I don't know, any other way. I'm like, bloody hell, I've done that. And I've done it on my own. I am strong. I am, and I'm very resilient. To work in the health sector, you have to be resilient.